Hello, challengers. Welcome. It's March. I'm so happy you're here with me this month. I'm really happy. Anybody new, anybody returning, thank you so much for joining me. This month, we're going to do a full body workout for our muscles. So I called it the March Muscle Madness. And we're not going to try to become the Hulk. We're just going to try to work on that lean tissue, that muscle that we lose every year if we don't do exercises for our muscles. If we're not exercising at all, doing anything, every year we start to lose lean body mass, which really helps us if we maintain it or increase it, helps us to maintain our metabolism or increase our metabolism. It also helps us with our posture. It helps us with our daily functions and just functional things that we have to do around the house, outside chores, anything. So maintaining that lean body mass is very important, especially as we age. So that's why our focus in March is Muscle Madness. So thank you again for joining. I also wanted to just cover really quickly what is the importance of this group. I've been doing this group since August, and it's super fun to do different exercises each month to help encourage each other is really, really great. To be accountable, to have a group to be accountable to, and just to share our progress, our results, and just make it fun, make it funny, anything that helps us to form a habit of exercise. And with me, I like to encourage people to start small. So if you've been with the group for a while, maybe you're ready to go further. Maybe what we're going to start with in the beginning of March is going to be too easy for you because you've been with us for so long. Then I would suggest you to do multiple sets of what I have on the calendar that I'm going to show you. But if you're just starting out, if you're maybe not really happy about exercise, but you know you need to do it, this is a great place to be because we start small. We start with modifications if you need them, and we encourage you to just be you. Just listen to your body, you do you. Everybody is different, every body is different, and we want you to just develop a habit by doing small things every day of movement that are attainable. They're not big giant goals, they're attainable goals every single day so you can form a habit. So maybe by the end of March, you figured out a time of day that's perfect for you and what works for you, and you're starting to feel like, oh my gosh, I finally have this down. So that's the purpose. So thank you again for coming to our group and joining us. So I'm gonna show you now the exercises and how to modify them, all right? So we are starting with squats. For the squats, I have you just starting like a normal squat, all right? And then if you need modifications, we can take an exercise and do it on the floor. So a regular squat, for those of you who are new to squatting, let me take this off so you can see, all right? It says make each day count. So that's important, make each day count. So here we go. We're gonna start with today and a squat. When you do your squat, there's different ways you can do it. You can have your feet wider if you want. You can have them together, but wherever your feet are and wherever your toes are, that's where your knees go, all right? So if you have wide squats, your toes are out, your knees go right the same way your toes are. But I want you to think of keeping your chest proud. So that's why I took my shirt off. You want to be able to read writing on your t-shirt if you have writing on your t-shirt. All right, so your chest is up. All right, knees are following the guidelines of the toes. And then you want to make sure you put that booty back, okay? Booty goes back. If you do a squat and you can't see your toes, that means you're not sitting back. If you need a little visualization, if you had a chair behind you, you would sit down in that chair. All right, a proper full squat is going all the way down where the tops of those thighs are parallel to the floor and then squeezing the glutes on the way up, keeping the tummy tight. Now, if that's too much for you, just go to your range of motion that feels good. Be really conscious or intentional about those knees and squeezing the body on the way out, okay? Now, I was gonna show you something on the floor that you could do. If that's too difficult for you, you can go and do a bridge. So for a bridge, it's about the same. Your knees start about shoulder width apart. You come up and squeeze, your heels are on the floor, you're squeezing your booty, and then you come back down and squeeze, tummy tight too, and come back down. And that would be a great variation for you if the squatting upright is too hard. All right, so that's one. Number two, we have 6 exercises this month. Number 2 are push-ups. And I'm pretty sure you know what a push-up is, but I'm gonna show you some modifications. So the key to pushing a push-up is to do a full range of motion, okay? And if you're working really hard to do push-ups on your toes and you're not doing a full range, it's probably not as beneficial as doing push-ups on your knees and doing the full range. So whichever way you do those push-ups, make sure from the top of your head to those elbows, it's like an arrow. Okay, so your arms aren't like this, you're a little bit down. Hands are about shoulder, right under the shoulders. All right, so if you're on your toes, your body's all one line, like a plank, and then you just go down and come all the way up. Now, if you're on your knees, same thing. Let's say, boy, knees are a little too easy and toes are a little too hard. You can do it with one knee down, one leg straight. All right, so that's intermediate. Now, if it's all too hard down on the floor, then you can do your push-ups against the wall. Just stand away from the wall and push. Okay, and the hands, again, are the same. So that's the modifications for push-ups. The next one, we have crunches. And crunches, well, we did a lot of crunches if you were with us in February, so your core muscles are super tight. In fact, a lot of you said you're going to continue with those core exercises because they were so good and you've had such great results. So continue the core, and then you can skip this one because this one is the same. But otherwise, a crunch, I encourage you to put your hands behind your head. Keep your chin a fist away from your chest. As you lift, press your back into the mat and then release it back to a neutral position when you go down. So it would look like this. Exhale and then inhale on the way down. Just go slow with the rhythm of your breathing, okay? If you want to make it a little harder and you have like a ball, or you can roll up a towel, you can put a ball between your knees and squeeze the ball on the way up. That'll make it a bit harder. Or you can even lift those knees up and do a reverse crunch with an upright crunch. So those are some modifications for crunching. The next one is a Russian twist. This one is more of an upright exercise, and it's working more of the obliques versus the crunch, which is working the rectus abdominis, more of the just full out inside of that core area. Okay, a Russian twist, you can use a weight, you can use a water bottle, or you can just use nothing. But the whole idea is to put your feet out in front, sit back a little bit. If you can do 45-degree angle, that's fine, but listen to your body on this one. I encourage you just to maybe tuck that in and your body can do a little bit of a C instead of having it really straight, which could put a little pressure on your back. Just let your body go into like a bit of a C shape, and then you're just gonna twist and touch one side, touch the other side, okay? And if you had weight, you can just twist side to side, okay? And you can count it however you want. If you want to go 1, 1, 2, or just count 1, 2, 3. You guys do what's best for you, okay? If that's a little too difficult for you, you could just take it all the way to the floor and do a crossover crunch. We're going to bring opposite knee and elbow together, or just cross over like that. Those 3 exercises are all working those oblique muscles. So you do which one is good for you and just keep adding on repetition. All right, I added another one in here that's on your hands. So if it's too difficult, like the push-ups maybe were too hard, I'll show you a modification. But this one is called a mountain climb. And it's really great for the core, again, for a lot of muscle groups. But you're gonna start in a plank position and you're just gonna, like you're running on the floor, okay? You can do a high one or you can do a low one. All right, low is harder, and you can just tap those knees in if you need to. All right, or you can tap to the side, Or if you want to keep it high, tap to the side. All right? So you can make it a cardio exercise by jogging it, or you can tap it. Now, if all of that is too difficult and you want to do standing ones, you can just stand upright. I'm going to just move this camera up a bit, and you can just, like you're climbing, upright, okay? So that's another option for mountain climb, all right? Let's see, how many more we have? One more. Okay, this one I call Superman, and there's a lot of variety of Superman, all right? So the starting one would be like a tabletop, all right? And you're gonna bring opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep your head neutral. So I'm looking at the camera, but I want you to keep your eyes looking down so that your neck is in the head, top of your head, everything is one long line. All right, so hold it and then switch other opposite to opposite. Now make it a little harder. You can go all the way down and start opposite arm, opposite leg, hold and switch, okay? To make it a little bit harder, you can lift all arms, legs, so lift all four up and hold and squeeze and then down. So that's 3 different types. There's a lot of other types you can do. You can even do it like you're swimming, or a jump jack, laying on your tummy, bringing your arm and legs together. All right, so you pick whatever level you are and stick with that and build on it. I think that's all I have for you. Just listen to your body. You do you. Really, truly, consistency is key. Consistency, making a habit out of this, and just keeping yourself encouraged by sharing what you do, encouraging others, keeping it fun. And then I really love this little poster that I have. It says, mindset is everything. So you guys, you got to keep it up here too. Your thought process and your mind is really important with exercise, and try to just maintain as positive attitude as you can. When you start your exercise, maybe come with an intention of what you hope to achieve for that. Could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes when you first start. Come with an intention and then just keep that mindset throughout. And you guys are gonna kill it, all right? Thank you again for joining me in March, and let's go, Muscle Madness.